Well, finally, we're back on the FTR YouTube channel, and yep, the return of a 10-month wait of BTCC series with STDAsh84 designs. It's been a while, sorry about that. Anyways, welcome everyone to this, the first round of the return of the championship, back again at Brands Hatch, where we ended it in last season. I think it was on the other channel. Anyways, yeah, Joseph's confirming that we are live. Yes, indeed. I am Sean, and I am thrilled and delighted to have back with me a man who has won this championship on 2 occasions. He's a Hall of Famer in this series. It's Liam McEwen. Liam, how you doing?
I'm good. I wasn't expecting to be here, and actually wasn't going to commentate, and then I'm back. I'm here. Yeah. Like you say, 10 months. It's been a long time without this for something we're used to almost every week. So, yeah, new game, some difficulties to overcome, but hopefully none of them show their head tonight.
We're hoping so. So I think we're just about getting qualifying underway because we are running a little bit late. That's so if anyone remembers from the championship here, we're trying to quickly run this down. Oh, there's some contact already between Ethan and Lewis Edwards. This is going to be the problem. I think what's going to be the course of the season is the lag on this game. Polyphony is just not good when it comes to this now. It's really messed up. Not as good as it was on GT Sport. But for those that remember it, then they do 5-minute qualifyings around here. Championship point, whoever gets the pole. They also got a race on a medium tyre for one race. They've got 9 times to race it. So they've got 3 times to race it in race 1, 3 times to race it in race 2, 3 times to race it in race 3. Anything else I've also not included? I forgot. It's been a while.
Not that I think of. I was just looking at Joseph saying he's got some sort of glitch. I'm not sure what that is.
Has he got a pit glitch, maybe?
He was out on track, but he was in the wall up at Druid, so I'm not sure what it was.
Oh, okay then. So we'll see. We'll have a look at Joseph. So we're just looking then at the moment there, and we'll just look at the teams then. We're racing with the 2018 year. So first of all, there's Chris Clements, former champion. He's driving the Norland Honda, but what are you calling it? As a baby Bentley is what you called it?
Yeah, looks like a Bentley at the front, a C-Class at the back, but it's a Genesis G70, I believe is the name.
Okay then. So Clement crosses the line, 46.8 for him. Lewis Edwards, his teammate, is only 84 thousandths slower than his teammate. Ethan Graham, defending champion, coming at this, driving the Halfords baby Genesis, baby Bentley, and his teammate there, Liam New. They're reunited from, I can't remember what season it was. That was the season when Ethan won his first title under with Liam. I can't remember what season it was exactly. It's been that long. But yeah, they're driving the Team Halfords one. There is Paris. I want to say the surname right. Was it again? Siafakis, right, okay then. That just sounds so wrong, but oh, never mind. He's the only Speedworks driver in the team. In fact, he's the only single car team that's out there at the now, because all the rest are just 2-car outfits. As meanwhile, there is a newcomer then, Dan Robinson. You know a bit about him. You heard he's very, very quick. Could be a contender for this season.
Yeah, I raced with Dan. He's part of AXR, as am I, and as Rob, who used to race in the series and runs the team, says, when Dan's on it, he's probably AXR's fastest driver.
And he's driving the Team BMR Subaru alongside his teammate Xavier McIntosh, a veteran of the series as well. Came up short last season, nearly winning his first championship, but just losing out in the end. Other drivers include, like I said, Lewis Edwards, teammate with Chris Clements, the 4-time champion, getting a little bit wrong out of a Clark curve and pulls into the pit lane. Anything else have I not included there? Clements is second. Ethan Graham improves, but still stays in second. Anyone? Oh yes, of course, we forgot the Mazda team with Joseph Willows and Ash Sharp there driving the AMDtuning.com MG. I think it was, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
AMD Tuning and RCIB.
That's the team that, Sean Hollenby owned there. Joseph improves, still 1.2 seconds off pole, but stays in 8th place. Just a bit of a disappointment. We've got 9 races there. We did have about 10, but one person lagged out there. He was driving the Pertec Racing with Racing BMW. So hopefully we'll get to see that car come out next week. So again, just a bit of disappointment that we've only got 9 races out on track at the moment. Well, they're currently racing right now.
Important to note as well, the bottom 3 are all taking their medium tyres. It's one.
Yeah, and oh, someone's in the gravel trap. I think that might have been Robinson. Is Robinson? Yeah, he's just made a mistake out of Paddock Hill. Let his teammate go by. So yeah, out the fastest of the medium tyres, it is McIntosh, who is only just nearly three quarters of a second off his teammate's pace, which is pretty good going on a short track like this.
Yeah, he's very close to Edwards, who's just going purple. I was about to say he's farther down than you'd expect him to be purple just now.
He's 3 tenths off of there as he makes his way through clearways and then out through the corner. And Paris is into the pit lane, putting on a new set of tyres on, but qualifying should be over by now. 5 minutes is up.
Yeah, everyone will be on their last laps.
And Paris won't be doing his timed lap, although he comes out nearly right in front of McIntosh, who checks up. Yeah, in fact, qualifying is now over. And Lewis Edwards, the 4-time champion, has gone up into pole position there, 46.068, and looks like he is on course to do yet another lap. And he's a 10th down, so I don't think he's going to improve. So Robinson will have to settle for set. Oh wow, that was quick, wasn't it? So there's the time. Yeah, it didn't have a lot of time though. Yeah, it ended, yeah. So there's the times on the right side of your screen. Lewis Edwards takes the first pole of the season, who was 2 tenths quicker than Dan Robinson. The newcomer, Ethan Graham, in 3rd. Chris Clements in 4th. Liam New, 5th. Paris in 6th. Then you've got McIntosh, the first of the medium tyre runners, in 7th. And then you've got the 2 MGs at the back with Joseph Willows and Ash Sharp bringing up the rear. So we're just about to get ready for the start of the return of the BTCC Championship Season 19. 25 laps, I believe, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, 25 laps around the tricky, tight circuit. 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights hold. And away we go for season number 19. And looks like it's a great start there from Robinson. Around the outside, I can't actually change the camera. Sorry, my apologies. I can't.
Yeah, you have to back out of spectating back in. It does that.
Oh, okay, no, okay, my bad, sorry. There we go then. So then through Druids they go then for the first time. It looks like Robinson has just hold on into the 2nd position there. Ethan Graham in 3rd. Liam New has improved the spot. He's up to 4th place. Again, apologies here for the lag at the back or through the field. I don't know if it's probably my PS5 or something. I'm not particularly sure. But as they go through the chicanes, McLaren's in for the first time. It's going to be Edwards through Robinson from Ethan Graham in 3rd. 4th is Liam New. He's made a position up the start. Then you've got Chris Clements in 5th, followed by Xavier McIntosh, the first of the medium tyres, in 6th position. So good start from him. And then you've got Joseph Willows Paris down to 8th place, so not a good start then for the Speedworks driver. And Ash Sharp just hitting the gravel trap on the exit of Paddock Hill down in 9th.
Oh, there's some chaos a bit further back.
Yeah, Edwards. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, so Edwards has lost the lead there. Bit of tyre smoke too, so that's enabled Robertson into the lead. I don't know if there was some contact though that was made. I'm not too sure, but the 4-time champion Lewis Edwards down into 5th position, and now he's trying to get by a very laggy Liam New as we ride on board with him. And looking at the back, and he's got through, so he's up into 4th position now, and now he's going to try and chase down his teammate Chris Clements in 3rd.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it's come to that Liam New and Lewis Edwards have had contact, but unless it was with Robinson and then New had nowhere to go.
Oh, maybe it could have been Ethan, because Ethan was 3rd at the time when the two of them were close together there. But Clements looking a bit racy. Let's ride on board then with Ethan, defending champion there, looking out the back then, and he sees the 2 Northern cars there right behind him. Then his teammate Liam New, then McIntosh, Joseph Willows in 7th, and Paris in 8th position. And you can just see that Edwards and Clements. I wonder if there's going to be team orders here.
More smoke. Willows is off.
Oh, Joseph Willow's gone out. Yeah, he's hit the gravel trap, unfortunately. So that enables Ash to go back up into 8th. Not really a cause for concern. These two are getting the medium tyres out the way, so they'll be more of a threat come races 2 and 3 for the reverse grid race. But so far, the newcomer then, Dan Robinson, still enabling a 1.3 second lead over Ethan Graham. Clements in 3rd, Edwards in 4th, Liam New in 5th. Bit of a good... Oh, Liam! Ooh, that was nearly a tank slap and a half from Lewis.
Yeah, kind of just caught that. Looked like he was going to go off. Oh, he is off now.
He is off now. He is off now. And that is a problem there. So Liam New up into 4th position, comes out just ahead of McIntosh on the mediums. So Edwards, they're trying a little bit too hard in that Genesis.
Yeah, we're only on lap 4 and he's been involved in a moment that he wouldn't want twice, of course. Whatever happened on lap 1 and then whatever just happened there. As we see
Paris has got off
it.
Yep, Paris off at Paddock Hill. And now here comes Ash. He's going to maybe try and have a lunge going into Druids. No, not too far back off him. And there's Joseph bringing up the rear in 9th position. Good battle going on for 2nd place as there's more cars going off into the grass out of Graham Hill. That was Edwards and McIntosh yet again. And Liam New up into 4th position, started 5th and doing all right. And so too was Chris Clements. He's up to 3rd place. And Ethan's still
Chris,
trying to hunt down... Sorry, go on.
I was just saying Chris is hanging on quite well to the coattails of Ethan just now. They both did a 46.3 last lap, but Dan did a 46.2. So Dan is starting to stretch, but maybe Chris could start closing in, and of course Edwards will be fighting back through.
Tremendous onboard camera there. You're looking inside the Genesis of Ethan Graham, working hard behind the wheel there. Look how much stealing input he has to put into that car. And he's trying to hunt down a 1.2 second gap on newcomer Dan Robinson in the BMR Subaru. More than anything, Clements is catching up on there, Ethan.
I think he's been slightly dropped this lap, but we'll see what their lap times are when they cross. I think Ethan's maybe been a 10th or 2 quicker this time around.
Let's find out then. It's a 46.6 for Ethan, a 46.6 again for Chris. So it's just roughly about the same.
I think it was a 46.4 for Ethan. I think it glitched a little if you're on board.
Edwards just cut the gravel out of Paddock Hill.
It's roughy for Edwards. If he's not careful, he might have McIntosh and the mediums going through.
Yeah, and he's less than a second behind, so he is within slipstream distance. The only problem is, though, is this track is not notoriously long for long straights, though. But Edwards find that bit struggling so far. Is he off again?
Yes.
He's off again, and there goes McIntosh up into 5th position then, as he plumes up a lot of smoke on the BMR Subaru. So Edwards then, not the ideal start now for, we might as well call him Jade Edwards now, isn't he?
He is kind of driving like it, but I'm not sure what happened to Robinson at the end of that lap, but Graham is now on him. He was about 1.2 ahead, and he ended up doing a 46.9 on the last lap.
Oh yeah, power sliding through Graham Hill. Yeah, 46.9 from Dan, as you said there, compared to a 46.3 from Ethan. So, and he's actually pulled away from Chris Clements in the back in there. So now we've got ourselves an actual race for the lead on lap 8 out of 25. Robinson still leads, Graham 2nd, Clement 3rd, New 4th, McIntosh, impressive run in the mediums in 5th, and Edwards in 6th, followed by Paris, who's running a little bit wide, just moves the cone out of the way just to get out there. Sharp in 8th, and Willows in 9th. But let's keep an eye on the battle for the lead.
Yeah, Graham's got the slipstream now, so he's gained that. He's right on the back of Robinson. Of course, Dan he has the fastest lap by about a 10th over what Ethan's done, but is it enough that he can pull back away now with Graham having slipstream?
Ethan's set another fastest lap between the pair of them there. Look at the lap comparisons on laps 8 and 7 for Ethan Graham. Only just 1,000ths separating them two. He is all over the back of the BMR Subaru now. Oh, maybe kicking up a bit of the gravel. I don't know if that was just a bit of lag, but looks like that's good run out of there from Robinson.
Flash of the lights from Ethan. It's a better lap from Dan, 46.4, but Ethan was about 0.03 of a second faster.
Actually, Ethan was about half a second slower than his previous 2 laps into Druids. Really late on the brakes. That Genesis must be quite good on the brakes, you know.
Yeah, I've never really driven the Genesis, but having watched Dan in practice, it certainly looks like the Subaru is certainly quite twitchy on the brakes.
On board then, looking at the back then of McIntosh there, and Edwards is now all over the back of the Subaru as they go through McLaren's. And is that a position change? Yes, indeed it is. Edwards then back up into 5th position, still side by side through clearways, up and through Cart Curve and onto the Brabham Straight. I tell you what, McIntosh is not giving it up without a fight, even though he's on the slower tyres, side by side across the start-finish line to start lap 11. The Subaru is just ahead, but when they get into Paddock Hill, who's going to be really late on the brakes is going to be McIntosh, and Edwards is trying to go for the old crisscross, which McIntosh actually knew that was coming, so he's protected the position. Good racing between the two of them.
Yeah, it was good defending from McIntosh. So Robinson has sort of basically matched his fastest lap on the last lap.
Oh, and he's been punted. Oh, I just looked then at McIntosh. I don't know if he got hit. It might have been a bit of a lag issue, but McIntosh has spun it out of Graham Hill. I don't know if that was well, it might have been some contact for the way that car went around. But again, that's just the lag problems that we have on the server. Meanwhile, oh, and the teammates have collided. Sharp and Willows have collided. Well, that's the number one rule in motorsport. That's the number one rule in motorsport. Never take out your teammate, and that's exactly what happened. So now you've got the 3 medium tyres runners now running 7th, 8th, and 9th. Meanwhile, back up front, Ethan is a little bit dropping back now on Dan by the looks of it.
Yeah, it must have been a sort of bad start to the lap for Ethan, because Dan's last lap was pretty poor, so I guess he's had a better start to the lap, Dan.
And Chris is actually caught up just a bit now, maybe 1.4, 1.3. The gap's slowly coming down. New having a quiet race in the 4th position. He's 5 seconds ahead of Edwards now in 5th. Paris of the last of the soft runners in 6th. And then you've got McIntosh followed by Willows and Sharp, who are still together. Let's keep it clean now, boys, hopefully.
Dan's almost got his, well, he's got his 1.2, 1.3 second lead back. It was Ethan's turn to do a bad lap last time. Of course, all his previous reverses.
Oh, he's off!
Ethan's lost it!
He's lost it on the exit of Graham Hill. That's the champion gone off right there, and that's enabled Chris Clements to go up into 2nd. Liam New, his teammate, into 3rd. He's going to lose 4th place to Lewis Edwards. And all the hard work, all gone.
Yeah, just as I was saying, that it was his turn to do a bad lap. He then had a really bad corner. But he still has just over half the race to go and catch Lewis Edwards. Although Lewis actually did the fastest lap on the last lap and then beats it again.
Beats it again, yeah. 46.054, so he's a man on a mission now. He's furious after making those couple mistakes.
Yeah, he should be on Liam New soon. He was nearly a second faster the last lap.
Indeed, yeah. Liam New then up into a potential podium position here, but he's going to be looking in that rear view mirror to see a fast charging Lewis Edwards then coming up in his rear view mirror. So meanwhile, Robinson still holds the lead. A lot of pressure took off him now because of the mistake from Ethan. Clement still in second.
New's off.
Oh, New is off. Yes, indeed he is.
He's kind of gotten away with that. He's maybe going to lose about 2 seconds from it, but it could have been a lot worse. He could have had a full spin.
Yeah, it's a 48.1 that time around compared to Lewis Edwards' 46.2. So that's, yeah, they're nearly 2 seconds the gap that Edwards has gained on him. Runs a little wide out of Druids too, does Liam New.
Because now the one thing he had in his favour, which was a 4-second buffer, half of that has just been wiped out.
It's right on board then with Lewis Edwards driving the baby Bentley then. He's really working through the gears then, up into 3rd, into 4th, up the Brabham Straight, start the other lap. Coming down then to 10 laps to go, the gap then down to 1.1 seconds. 46.3 that time around then for Lewis Edwards. And the gap is coming down inch by inch by inch. It's now less than a second then. He can sniff a podium position then after making 2 very early mistakes. So at least it's going to be a salvageable, respectable finish here for Lewis.
Yeah, and of course, Ethan might also have a chance.
Oh, he's
Lewis has
gone
wide.
Yeah, he's gone way off there. I mean, that could be a bit of a trouble there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ethan still has a chance as well at getting Liam New. He was 1.3 seconds faster on the last lap and actually did his PB, 46.2.
So this is really the only closest battle that we've got there. OVS have just kind of like spread it out a bit then. So New still in third, Lewis in fourth, Ethan Graham in fifth. So Edwards is in a bit of a Team Halford sandwich here as he just kicks up a little bit of dust off of Paddock Hill. The gap then still just about a second behind of Liam New. Ethan Graham catching up 1.6 seconds now he is. 12 seconds behind the leader Dan Robinson. There he is, just making his way out to start yet another lap. In fact, he's just about to lap Joseph Willows, who looks like he's made a mistake. Yeah, he's done two bad laps there. Yeah, 52nd and a 53-second lap for Joseph Willows.
He also crashed into Sharp and then waited for him, so he would have thrown away a lot of time there.
Yeah, of course. So Dan's going to be encouraged. He's getting some lap traffic here.
Yeah, it's not often you see that, especially, Joseph was a respectable runner last season.
Here we go.
Not the starts this season he would have wanted.
But don't forget, he is on the medium tyre, so he's getting out the way though. So again, he could be a threat for the next two races. Anyway, battle then for the bottom step of the podium is now getting interesting here with less than 10 laps to go. Liam New getting absolutely humdingered then by Lewis Edwards. And then in the background, Ethan Graham can pick up the pieces if these two mess up.
Yeah, he'll hope that they have a prolonged fight, get him even closer.
Oh, whoa! He went way too close. Oh, wow, he's got away with it there, but yeah, that was. Yeah. I don't know if that was a bit of a lag issue. Can you also remember like the previous season when Liam was actually teammate to Ethan? Like Liam would do like these little tricks to slow up the field. Do you remember that? I can't. I mean, I don't think that was an incident. It has happened
a lot where Liam's braking points have caught others out, so I don't know if that's what that was. He wasn't expecting, him to brake so much or so early, so he might have just been caught out by his apex speed. Possibly, yeah. Just like guess what it is. But now it's a 3-horse race then now for the bottom step, because that has now enabled Ethan Graham into the fight. Let's get an onboard camera then with Ethan. He's got the best seat in the house. There's his teammate in third, Edwards in fourth. Still, again, 12 seconds now, tucked up into the slipstream. That gap slowly coming down, then lap 20 hour 25. So we're nearly coming up then to about 5 more laps to go. Into Paddock Hill they go, keeping it all nice and tidy. Oh, God. Right on the ragged edge then is your champion with the number 1 on it. Meanwhile, back up front then, Dan Robinson then just in cruise control at the moment. 4.7 he has over Chris Clements in the Norland car. And then you got this tremendous battle for third place then. It's back on again. New, Edwards and Graham, 3 of the veterans of this series, going at it for the bottom step of the podium. Paris having a very quiet race in 6th position. Followed by... Edwards was very nearly off again. He was so close to going on the grass. Let's go back on board then again. Look at him, always fully crossed up in the middle of Paddock Hill. Will he make a lunge going into Druids? No, he can't. Sticks him behind. And you can just see on his rearview mirror, you can see there, because he can't afford to make a mistake. He needs to make the pass properly. And he's all over. He's got a good run then out of Graham Hill. Is this the run now? This is the problem though if you're in this sort of situation, because if you try and go and make a pass, the guy right behind him can probably take advantage of it, and then you're going to lose that spot. Yeah, but then it's the balancing act. You've got to try and get past, but then if you're sort of too conservative, it's, pass or be passed. If he doesn't do it, Ethan will. Time is running out then for Lewis if he can get a good run. He got a great one then out of Paddock Hill. Liam just going to the middle of the track then, now goes defensive. Hugs the inside of Druids. That's fair. That's completely fine and legal. That's absolutely fine. Now it's a Graham Hill. Both of them using the racing line as they're catching up. I believe that's Joseph Willows. And again, another tank slapper from Lewis Edwards. He is really trying to get third place.
Oh, does he make the look? Is
Oh.
that a tinkering move? That's a tinkering move there, ladies and gentlemen. Third place then for Lewis Edwards, and Liam had to concede that there. Good pass that was.
Now, is it too early for team orders over at UASA?
Oh, well, I think Ethan's going to go for the move around. Oh, no, I think Liam's going to go for the move back at Paddock Hill. No, it doesn't. We've got 3 laps to go, and yeah, it looks like to me that Liam is going to, he's going to give the spot away to Ethan, so we know who's the number 1 driver in that camp, although he might actually give it back. Decided opted not to it then, so here we go then. Ethan Graham, Lewis Edwards, former teammates as well. And then Liam giving Ethan a bit of a love tap there to try and push him and to get closer to Lewis. But is there time for Ethan to get a podium position? We've got 2 more laps to go.
It's going to be close. It looks like Lewis probably has the greater outright speed by a 10th or 2, but he's been less consistent.
Ethan lost 4 tenths on Lewis Edwards that lap alone there. 46.6 for Ethan compared to... Whoa. Was that Lewis going off then? Or nearly had a hair-raising moment again?
He had a big sideways moment coming out of Paddock Hill. Very, very big moment.
Now he just about holds on. Then they're coming up again onto Joseph Willows, who's already been lapped, as well as Lewis Edwards. As Sharp. Meanwhile, this will be the last lap then for Dan Robinson, and what a start that is. A 6.3 second advantage there. That's how you make your debut in the series. Yeah, absolutely dominant in cruise control at the moment there. Oh, Clements had a big off. He'd had a tank slap at Paddock Hill. He's got a big enough advantage though to the guys in 3rd place. Joseph Willows has just gone by, has just unlapped himself from Chris Clements though, but yeah, Clements are having a bit of a rusty moment, if you will.
Yeah, he was lucky he had that 6 or 7 seconds built up that he can rejoin back in 2nd place.
And here comes the rookie then, Dan Robinson. First race of the season, he gets a first win. Didn't get pole, but he takes the victory in round 1 of season 19. What a drive then. Chris Clements then a heart-stopping moment at Paddock Hill, but he was just going to hold on into 2nd place. Look at the battle for 3rd place. It's going to be Edwards that's just going to hold on to 3rd place over Ethan Graham. Liam New gets 5th position. There comes Paris then, sliding his way, tank slapping his way out of clearways, and he is going to cross the line. A quiet race there for the... well, I don't know what he's doing. He's just hitting the barriers there. But 6th place then for him. Sharp, the 2 MGs, they cross the line. And there goes McIntosh crossing the line in 7th position. And that is the end of race 1. So, very interesting start to the return of a 10-month wait over this championship there, Liam.
Yeah, it had all the drama and action that you would hope. With some good battles, some mistakes, some accidents. It's not changed despite the 10-month wait in a new game.
Indeed it is then. So I think we're going to... Oh, we're not going to... Can we actually see the... results? View events? No, it's not there.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure as well? Oh. I thought you could have done. Looks like we can't see the unofficial results, I'm afraid. But all we know is that Dan Robinson got the first win, followed by Chris Clements in 2nd. Then it was Lewis Edwards in 3rd. So good day out then for Nolan, 2nd and 3rd. And Team Halfords will settle for 4th and 5th. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it was a good day for them. I also noticed it was a Genesis 2345, so
yeah,
it certainly seems strong.
Especially under the braking there, I might add to that. I mean, that car looks really good under the brakes. So, yep, Team Halfords 4 and 5 with Ethan Graham and then Liam New. Paris in 6th. 7th was Xavier McIntosh, and he was the first of the medium tyre runners. And then 8th and 9th was the 2 AM detuning cars of Ash Sharp and Joseph Willows. So then, race 2. Let's see, is there anyone that's going to be on the medium tyres by the looks of it?
New and
like
Robinson is currently out in them.
And McIntosh, he's on the soft tyres because, of course, he raced on the mediums in race 1, so he doesn't need to go on to the mediums for the duration of this event. Paris is out on super softs as well. Sharp, he's already raced on mediums. So too did his teammate Joseph. But looks like only 2 races are going to be starting on the mediums, and it's going to be... Oh no, Paris looks like he's changing to mediums. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have 3 races. 3 drivers, sorry, that's going to be on the mediums like it was in race 1. So we're going to have, by my reckoning, it will be Edwards, Graham, and... Oh, looks like Robinson's going back onto the softs. Okay. No, he's gone back to mediums. He doesn't know. He's confusing himself.
He's debating.
Yeah, he's debating. Does he go? He's going for mediums. Okay, then. So your championship leader, then, he's going to go out in mediums for race 2. Oh, Liam Newman there. Joe coming there, getting a little bit argy-bargy, going into Druids. Liam had a very good defensive driving there in 3rd place. Kind of gave the position up quite easily, but I mean, that was such a good pass from Edwards to get that 3rd place. He basically tinkered the corner, didn't he?
Yeah, a pretty common move into that corner. But yeah, it was good defending, you know. Wasn't moving around, wasn't too late. He just sort of parked the car on the apex, made sure there was no way of ducking underneath. And yeah, solid defensive drive. I think he slightly undid himself when he went for the move back on Lewis, because that basically just allowed Ethan straight through. Whether he would have fought Ethan for the place, who knows, or whether he would have just rolled over and said, here you go, have 4th. It looks now like Chris Clements has also gone on the mediums, as has Paris. So 4 cars on the mediums, it looks like.
So that will just mean that Lewis and Ethan are going to race on the mediums for the reverse grid race.
Yeah, so providing they sort of finish roughly where they are just now, they'll be towards the back on the medium, so race 3 might be a bit tough.
So we're just going to get ourselves ready and prepared for race 2 to get underway. Don't forget, it's the results from the grid determines from the race 1 results, so therefore it will be Robinson on the pole, followed by Chris Clements. So it will be the medium tyres on the front row, followed by the 2 soft runners on the second row, Edwards and Graham. Then you've got Liam New on the mediums, will start 5th. 6th place will be Paris, also on the medium, so it's a medium tyre 3rd row. Then it'll be all softs on the 4th row and the final row with McIntosh, Sharp and Willows. As Liam gets a confirmation that the race is going to start in a minute's time. Your thoughts then on Robinson then? An absolute dominant display to get race 1 victory on his debut.
Yeah, I mean, I've raced with Dan, as I said. I could have predicted that he would be a race winner, maybe a title challenger before he'd even stepped foot in the car. So see him win the first race is very good. It looked like he was probably 2nd fastest overall to Edwards, but he didn't put a single foot wrong. He had a couple of laps that were maybe a couple tenths off what he'd done, but no big mistakes like we saw from Edwards or Graham. Yeah, none of the big sort of half spins or full spins or accidents. He kept it clean, and as you saw, won by nearly 12 seconds.
Yeah, and I wonder how he's going to race now that he's on the slower compound tyres then. And what do you think is his chance? What's he going to do then? Is he going to try and go for another win on the mediums? Because I don't think that's ever happened before, hasn't it?
I think it has, but I can't remember when. I think Jake might have done it, and maybe Rob Adams. I might have, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I can't mind as well.
Yeah, if he goes backwards, it's not a terrible thing. It's a higher start for race 3, so it's double-edged sword.
Well then, so far fastest man in practice so far then is McIntosh. So the other BMR driver then, as he will start 7th on the grid. Look out for him as he is going to get going then. So I take it I have to exit again, don't I?
Probably.
Right.
Which is really annoying.
I hope it's still the starting grid from... Have you set the starting grid, have you?
Oh, what on earth is that grid?
I know, I was going
to... first.
Do we back out?
I think we'll have to.
So a little bit of a mistake then on the... Yeah, Ethan's just noticed it there. The grid's wrong, yep. So everyone exited.
Okay,
so a little mistake
I have
then.
to do a custom grid. Nice.
Okay, then, so I can help you out then. So it was Dan. It was Robinson on pole, followed by Clement second.
Right.
Have you got it?
I'm just going into grid order set by host. Yep, change. So, what... I'll need everyone to enter.
Yeah, just waiting for Edwards and Willows to enter, and then we can get Liam to sort out the starting grid for race 2.
Robinson, Clement...
So while this break is happening then, how was your Christmas then there, Liam?
It was fine. It was just quiet with the family. Nothing too crazy.
Did you get any presents of Santa?
I did. I had plenty nice things that were very much enjoyed. Who do I need to enter? I need Lewis to enter.
Yeah, Lewis has not entered yet. I don't know what he's doing. Probably cooking up another lasagna or something. Liam getting Liam the command to enter onto the stream. So the starting grid for race 2 should be Robinson on the pole, followed by Clements. Then they got Ethan. Oh, it's right there for you there, right there. We're just waiting for Lewis to come on the screen because he should be starting third on the grid. Liam Noon likes to know that his bottom is hurting, which is lovely. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my laptop on, so I don't get to see the live chat, though. Have you got your laptop on, or have you, or not?
I can have a look at the live chat.
See if there's anyone that's posted any messages there. I'm actually kind of disappointed that Twan Volbrecht isn't racing with us, because I miss his friends supporting him every race. I miss him.
Yeah, we have Leon on the chat saying, "Evening, chaps. Have a good one."
Hi, Leon Welsh or Walsh, whatever his surname is this time. Yeah, so hope to see you back on the track.
With you, Dan, Chris, Lewis, Ethan, Liam, Paris, Joker, Ash, Joseph.
Yeah, Lewis should be third, not 8th.
Yeah, I've got Lewis third.
Oh, there we go. That's it.
That's
correct. It. That's the correct lineup.
God, this game. I never had to do this on sport.
No, it was always easier. GT7 has to be a little bit... Me. Yeah. I think you're going to have to take a picture then for race 2 for the reverse grid then, I guess, eh?
I think there's a reverse grid option, Ethan's just told me, but...
Oh, okay.
There's no results of previous race option, so for race 2, I'm going to have to do custom grids.
So we'll have a look then. So McIntosh is on the softs because he raced on the mediums. Robinson has got the mediums. Liam New also has the mediums. Paris is reversing. I think Paris was going to be on the mediums for race 2, but he's elected to go for softs now. Clements is on mediums. Oh, but too late now. Bit too late now. So then here we go then. Race 2 will get underway. Another 25 laps around the tight Tristy Brands Hatch circuit then. I think it's lights out and away we go then for race 2. Good start then from Robinson on the mediums as the field will make their way down towards Paddock Hill Bend. And oh, I thought he was slightly off the track there. Looks like we're all nice and clean at the back of the pack. Then nearly free. Oh, and that's McIntosh who's been turned. It's carnage at Druids. The two teammates have collided as well as Paris Fracas. Absolute mayhem on the opening lap there. As Sharp riling up the smoke up the front tyres then going into Graham Hill Bend. But it's carnage it was at Druids.
Yeah, it's Joker and Liam, or sorry, Xavier and Liam got together on the run up to Druids. I'm not sure if maybe Xavier squeezed or Liam New sort of came across. I didn't quite see, but they certainly came together, and that probably triggered everything behind.
Meanwhile, Robinson has got himself to a 1.2 second advantage there over Lewis Edwards in second. Clements on the slower tyre in third. Ethan in fourth. Still can't find a way by as we ride on board then with Chris Clements. And I don't know if he's going to try and be protected then to try and hold off the two cars of New and Graham to let his teammate Lewis Edwards get away.
Yeah, you'll certainly be hoping that Chris can make a bit of a roadblock. I think Dan will be as well, because he'll be hoping, because Ethan will be looking to get by. Of course, you'll have Joker probably coming back at some point. But I think for Dan, you know, a podium is still very possible in this race. Of course, you've got Liam New as well, so you think Edwards and Graham are the main ones that could get by him.
Oh, wow, what a switch there for me for Graham. Late chance break and then going into Paddock Hill. Clements does the switch back though. But that was quite brave of Ethan Graham to go really sharp right going into Paddock Hill and trying to make the pass stick, but it didn't. So Clements still holding on to third place. Would have lost a bit more time though. Meanwhile, Lewis Edwards is really caught up now onto Robinson. It's right on board then again with Lewis Edwards. Oh, sideways goes Dan Robinson. There's a bit of contact on the driver's side door, and that's Edwards into the lead. Nearly squeezes Robinson out onto the gravel trap, but that's a lead change there. Lewis Edwards into the lead.
Yeah, as I said in race one, that Subaru doesn't look comfortable on the brakes. Is Dan going to go back?
Yes, he's going to go back side by side through Paddock Hill. That's going to allow the battle for third place to catch up then. Still hope by Clements. Ethan Graham there nearly losing it then in the middle of Graham Hill, but Edwards just about holds on.
So I think best for Dan now is tuck into the slipstream, gain that 1 or 2 tenths he can find from being behind Edwards. Oh, he's not going to find it doing that.
No, he's had a moment. Has he gone off? No, he's just kept it going. Okay, just the camera way poised away from it there, so I didn't know if he had like a moment then, but there. So now Edwards has pulled up to nearly a 2-second advantage over Robinson. Clements in third, but he's still being hounded by the two Team Halfords cars of Graham and New.
Yeah, so from 0 mistakes in race 1 to sort of 2 in 1 lap for Robinson. Maybe he's not practiced on these mediums. Maybe it's his first time feeling them when having 25 laps of softs.
Oh, Liam New's gone off in the gravel, right! Oh, wow, sorry I cut you off then, but just saw Liam New making a mistake. He went into the kiss seat at Paddock Hill and nearly went into the path of Paris, but Paris has now got up into 5th position as Ethan tries to look further ahead there, looking at the windshield. You're seeing Ethan trying to make a pass now on Clements, but still can't get by the Nolan Genesis.
Yeah, did kind of see Liam New going off in the background, but I didn't see what happened after that, whether it was an unsafe rejoin or what, but certainly saw some commotion in the background.
And you just mentioned about McIntosh. There he is now up into 6th position and really catching on Siafaka's in that Lexus Speedworks, well, Toyota it should be. But yeah, McIntosh is on a charge. And again, Ethan still trying to get by Clements. Tries to go around the outside of Druids. If you can hold out there, we have the inside for Graham Hill. But no, Clements doing a fine job to hold on to third place on the slower compound tyres.
As well, not sure if you're aware, Illusion is also part of AXR. So how difficult or easy he'll make it for McIntosh is one thing. He's generally quite easygoing. I'm sure he won't put up much of a fight for McIntosh. He might let him go here into Paddock Hill.
Let's see then as he go through on the Brabham Straight there. Again, Ethan trying to go to the inside up against the pit wall. Then goes to the outside into Paddock Hill. Tries for the old switcheroo. It's still not happening then. Again, Clements protecting the inside. Going up into Druids now. Yet again, lap 7 out of 25. Gives him a little love tap there now. And that's now allowed Paris and Xavier to get in the mix.
Yeah, that was probably Ethan's best chance to overtake, because Chris went really wide into Paddock Hill, but so did Ethan. So the time Chris made a mistake, Ethan also kind of made one. So
there's a potential podium in sight here too for Xavier if the three of them ahead will slip up then. In fact, Xavier's lost a lot of time on Paris. He's lost like nearly 1.5 seconds now on Paris.
Yeah, 48.7, about 2.5 seconds on his previous lap.
Oh,
so he probably would have been with Clements and Graham.
Nearly gravel being kicked up there. Now is this the opportunity that Ethan goes around the outside of Druids yet again? But Chris again defending that podium spot like his life depended on it. I tell you what, Ethan must be absolutely frustrated again by Clements, but Clements is doing a great job to keep him behind. He's all over the back of him.
Yeah, Chris is just doing what he needs to. He's parking it on the inside, not leaving a gap. Through particularly Paddock Hill and Druids, which is the best overtaking places, but
yeah, he just can't get an overlap on him. He can't get an overlap on Clements. Clements is finding all the defensive parts absolutely perfectly well. He's even just set the blue fastest lap, well, his personal fast lap himself, Ethan. But he just can't find a way by Chris Clements. He'll probably have to maybe force a mistake on Clements. Goes around the outside of Druids yet again, and now look at Paris. It's a 3-car battle now for the bottom step of the podium.
Yeah, of course, Clements and Graham equal machinery, so neither's going to be able to outbrake the other.
Sorry, C-Fac has had a moment there out of Graham Hill. He just went a little bit wide out of it, though. And again, Ethan just can't find a way. Oh, is this the move now? Was that a bump to run, was it? Was that just a push to pass there from Ethan?
I'm not sure. I was sort of looking behind, and it might have been a nudge. I don't know. Chris might feel he was maybe pushed off the apex there, but if he was, I'm sure
we don't know about with this whole stupid lag thing from Penifrey, though, eh?
Yeah, the thing is you need both POVs. If, you know, say Chris was nudged on his and there was no contact on Ethan's, it's always a grey area.
Yeah, indeed. But anyways, Ethan has finally got away by Chris Clements, and he's up into that third position. Let's see if he can pull away, though. But look at Paris, and look at Xavier. He's going way off the track now, so he's going to lose a bit more time. Yeah,
maybe Paris, after having a sort of no man's land race one, maybe he could be on the action. Maybe go for a move on Clements. And how quickly will Graham catch on Robinson? He's got a 3-second advantage. His lap times are good. He's still in the mid 46s.
Yeah, Robinson's last lap was a 46.9. Ethan was a 46.5. So he's still got plenty of time to catch up there. 2.8 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that as the race goes on. But Paris is looking very racy. He wants that 4th position. Let's ride on board then with Paris, driving the Lexus for Speedworks. But Chris looks like he wants 3rd spot back.
So I won't give up if he can gain some time through slipstream and maybe hope Ethan has another moment like race 1, then why not have the podium back?
Paris trying to fight there. Look at good grip out of the last corner, then onto the straightaway to start lap 12 then. So nearly going into the second half of the race then. Looks like there's a bit of daylight now from Ethan Graham to Chris Clements then, as they go through Paddock Hill then for the 12th time on race 2. Let's see what the gap is now then. A 46.8 then for Dan last time around. 46.6 for Ethan, so he's gained 2 tenths on that lap alone.
Oh, he's going to be through. Robinson's had a big moment out of Graham Hill Bend.
Oh, he did, yeah, and he's through. He's gifted 2nd place to Ethan Graham. Now you've got the 2 medium tyres then running 3rd and 4th. And wow, nearly that was like a pass on the grass. And now that's allowed Paris to go through. Oh, and he's got him off. Was there contact then? He must have surely then for Clements to go off the track like that.
I think there might have been. Whether Chris was maybe sort of returning to the apex after going wide, I don't know. I didn't quite see. But no doubt the stewards might have a look.
So now Paris is now in a BMR sandwich. He's got a medium tyre. Oh, here comes McIntosh. He's going to dive in late into Druids and takes 4th position away from Paris.
Yes, BMR 3.4 is Dan going to allow Xavier through. Well, of course, it's technically an AXR 3.45, so these 3 will all play fair with each other. If Rob Schouler's watching, he'll currently be gritting his teeth.
It is work right now if he's watching. Of course, we're referring to Rob Schouler, a previous driver in this series, but not racing in it now. Claims he said he's retired, supposedly, but hopefully not. We're going to see him out on the track sometime soon, we're hoping.
I mean, he is at retirement age, he just won't admit it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Looks like there's no team orders in the BMR camp then. Looks like Robinson's content to hold on to third place, or if McIntosh can find a way by on Robinson.
Oh, there it is.
There's yeah, well, I just kind of, shut the door, shut up Sean now. Oh, and Ethan's off! Ethan's off in second place. He's had a mistake at the end of chicane. So now that's allowed McIntosh at the second place. Christmas 2023's come early for Xavier.
Oh, and it's all the way down to 8th for Ethan.
Oh, this is going to be an absolute nightmare for Ethan, because if he stays where he is right now, and Joseph Willows has got a 3-second penalty somewhere. I don't know if he may have shortcutted somewhere, but yeah, he's got front end damage, and this is going to be a nightmare for Ethan, because he'll start second place on the slower compound tyres, which is not what he wanted.
Yeah. Well, he'll be
he'll be higher up. Yeah, he'll be starting second. I mean, that's the positive. The only downside is he's got to race on the slower tyres.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd rather the second on good tyres and maybe pick up a 5th or 6th on the bad tyres than a bad result on the good tyres.
And look at Lewis Edwards then. Look at that. A 10-second advantage over McIntosh in second. Robinson in third. Paris. I know you may be AXR teammates with your two guys ahead of you there, but if you want to fight for the podium, you've got to get by Robinson here. Clementson 5th, New in 6th, Ethan Graham now down into 7th place. Joseph Willows has sorted out his penalty, so he's now down into 8th position, and there is Ash running in 9th position.
I guess that would have been for overtaking under yellows, but Ethan was off the track, so I guess if he could appeal, he could have 3 seconds taken off his race time, because yeah, Ethan was recovering to the track, unless it presumed he was now back on the track and Joseph had just overtaken on the yellows.
Well, let's see what Ethan can do. Let's see what Ethan can salvage in with about 7-8 laps to go. There's his teammate just ahead. And then his next target will be Clements. And I know what the problem that Ethan had over Clements in the early parts of the race was. It looks like Liam is moving out of the way, possibly. Looks like he is. No, going to make it side by side. Okay, then, so team battle going on. For about 2 seconds. Yep, there's the switcheroo. Yep, so Ethan back into P6, and now his next target is Clements, who had a big problem with in the early part of this race.
Yeah, if he does, well, he's about 4.2 seconds off. Oh, another little moment there. If he does catch, he'll probably only have maybe a lap or 2 to try and get past Clements.
Let's give you a rundown then. We're on lap 18 out of 25. Edwards then in the lead. 10-second advantage over McIntosh in second. Robinson on the mediums in third. Paris fourth. Chris Clements also on the mediums in fifth. Ethan Graham, after making that huge howl of a mistake at this part of the track where he's at right now, is now in sixth. Liam New on the mediums in seventh. And then you got the 2 AMD tuning cars still 8th and 9th. But as it stands as it is, it'll be a front row for those 2 drivers of Willows and Sharp.
Yeah, and they'll both be on the softs.
Oh, well, meanwhile, battle for 7th place then. Joseph all over the back of Liam New, going into Paddock Hill, lap 19 out of 25. Joseph's trying to go for the cutback. And Liam has that sort of protected. Goes to the inside, going into Druids, side by side. Hopefully there's a bit of no contact. And Joseph is through. Nice pass.
Yeah, good move.
Is that Joseph?
He caught up that quickly.
Well, I mean, Liam is on the medium tyres. I've just realised this. Joseph Willow's got a David Pinkney helmet.
I don't know. It's definitely pink.
Yeah, it looks like a Pinkney helmet to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
And you know, for all you hardcore BTCC fans, yeah, David Pinkney was a BTCC driver at one point. Anyway, it's all quiet up at the front. In fact, I tell you what, Lewis Edwards has made a mistake. The gap's down to 6.0 seconds.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. I'm 50.4 last lap, giving 4 seconds back to Xavier McIntosh.
Yeah, so another sort of uncharacteristic mistake whilst comfortably out in front. Oh, now here we go then. Ash Sharp is found away by Liam New. So Sharp now up into 8th spot.
Of course, that has always been the crux of Lewis Edwards, is silly mistakes. He's undeniably fast, but he's has those moments in him where you could spin off or spin it into a wall or go very wide and lose time.
More than anything, McIntosh, I was going to say he was going to catch up to him, but 5.3 seconds, but I don't think there's enough time. He's going to rely on Edwards making yet another mistake. But we saw what happened in race 1 with Clements making a massive moment out of Paddock Hill. Luckily, he didn't lose a spot, but it can happen to anyone in this series. Well, lap 22 now, out of 25. Edwards lead, but the gap is now halved now from him to McIntosh.
Yeah, and Robinson and Paris seem to have sort of split up. They're about 3 seconds apart. Got Crest behind Paris, and their lap times are roughly the same, couple tenths in Clement's favour. Right now it's not enough for Ethan to catch. He's gained about a second in 3 or 4 laps.
This is the only real closest battle that we have at the moment. It's only for 8th place though. Sharp in the AMG versus Liam New in the Honda. Well, we say Honda because that's the car that they drove in that series, or in that year, sorry. And Ash doing anything he can to hold on to 8th place. As it will stand, he will start 2nd in the reverse grid order. They're making just a slight little mistake out of Paddock Hill, losing a teensy bit of time though on Sharp. Oh, Sharp running a little wide, understeered and out of clearway, so that's going to allow Liam New an opportunity to catch up then. Let's ride on board then with Liam New on back, looking at the bonnet camera then. And Liam is just going to hold station behind Ash Sharp. Ooh, Ash again running, not hitting the apex well. Is this an opportunity then for Liam to go through? Goes to the inside at Druids. Oh, parks it nearly on the apex then, and that's 8th place for Liam New.
Yeah, Clements has gained a little bit. Ethan's actually caught a lot less lap on Clements. It's still probably not enough. Looks like he gained nearly a second this lap.
Still keeping an eye on this battle then for 8th and 9th then. Looks like Sharp, has he got an overlap on Liam New? Liam New gives him the room. Side by side across the start-finish line. 2 laps to go then. It is Mazda on the inside, Genesis on the outside, and the Mazda will win going into Paddock Hill. So Sharp retakes 8th place. Nice battle between the pair of them. Oh, here comes New.
Good fight.
Sorry. Oh, and News and Sharp's gone a little wide. And, oh, yeah, and Sharp holds it just about. I don't know if there was slight contact between the pair of them, but I think New may have gave the spot back if that was completely accidental. Anyway, we're on the last lap of this race, and Edwards then holding on there into that lead, but that mistake on lap 19 looks like it's not faced him one single bit at all. I still want to see a close battle going on for that 8th place then with Sharp and Liam New. But here comes Lewis Edwards then. He's going to get his first win. 2 different winners in the first 2 races. Here comes Edwards, the most winningest championship driver in this series. The 4-time winner takes the checkered flag. And McIntosh, he'll be happy to get 2nd place. Could have been a bit more closer if that incident on lap 1 wouldn't have happened. Dan Robinson, though, a win in race 1, a podium in race 2 on the slower compound tyres. Here comes Paris, he'll cross the line in 4th place then. Clements just holds on to Ethan in 5th and 6th. And then here comes Joseph Willows in 7th place. And then and there's another position change there. Liam New has got by Ash Sharp. So that means New will get hold of 8th place. Or is he going to give the spot back? Side by side photo finish. Sharp just gets it by 40 thousandths of a second. So your reverse grid order for race 3 will be Liam New, Ash Sharp, Joseph Willows, Ethan Graham, Chris Clements, Paris, Robinson, McIntosh and Edwards. But don't forget, Edwards, Paris and Ethan are going to be on the medium tyres for race 3. quite an interesting race too, that there. Yeah, it didn't help with the big incident on lap 1 involving McIntosh and all that, and then Ethan made that massive mistake that put him down to 6th position.
Yeah, that mistake would not have helped him. Could have been 2 P2s for Ethan, maybe a P1 in race 1. But you never know.
Yeah, indeed. So drivers going to have to take themselves a little break, get themselves ready for the 3rd race, the final race of the night, which is the reverse grid order. What is round 2 going to be? What was it again next week? I've lost the calendar.
I think it's Lago Maggiore next week. Which layout? I'm not sure.
Oh, okay then. Lewis is saying Forza. Lovely. So then usually... Yeah, I think you've actually confirmed that there, Liam. Yeah, Joseph saying he got a BS penalty for overtaking on the yellow. So if that's the case, then that his 3-second penalty will get removed, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, just still contemplating on that then. So while we are on a break then, what have you been doing after this long break that we've had from last season to this? What's been happening with you?
Honestly, not a lot. Been living a quiet life, just doing my thing, chilling with friends, chilling with family.
Yeah, that sounds all right then, huh? Any new Year's resolutions that you had for this year?
Absolutely not. I'm perfect as I am.
That's probably the right response to that. Yep. Oh man, here we go then. So just about getting ready then for race 3. Why is Edwards going into the Alfa Romeo?
Maybe he's trying it out. I don't know.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, we want to get ready for race 3 here now. We want to get this over and done with and end the stream. I'm hungry. For those who don't know, the Alfa Romeo was quite famous back in like the mid-90s and 94, 95-ish. But it's quite well known like in the old DTM. I think that's a DTM model, isn't it? The Alfa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no DTM. I think you can actually hear it.
Oh, it's definitely a lot more noticeable than the crop cars we use.
Yeah, that car caused a lot of controversy in the BTCC because that was the first car that had a rear wing and a front splitter. For those who don't know.
Yeah, well, I know reading up about that, how it had a sort of splitter at the front you could sort of pull out. Apparently there is a option to start with a reverse grid, but I cannot find it anywhere.
No luck.
No,
is it not a case of a custom again?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but everyone's saying there was a reverse grid option added, but I only see fastest first, slowest first, and set by host. I'll change the settings.
See if that improves it there. Just about coming up to 9:20 in the night, in the first meeting of the return of the TML BTCC Season 19 with STDAsh84 designs. Also, I forgot to say this as well, give ourselves a massive props again to Ash for making these, again, wonderful design. He's one of the best in the business, isn't he, for making these,
Yeah, the cars look great, and of course with the improvements to the GT7 livery editor, having our names and numbers in the windows really helps to make it feel like your car.
Yeah, like a proper genuine touring car now. Yeah, he did. I mean, Ash is like one of the best out there, and I mean, always these liveries are always crisp and they're accurate as well. It's just stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, they do look great. Ash is fantastic at making liveries.
Yeah. I don't know what we could do without him, Don't know what you could do without him. Of course, he was your former teammate for a few seasons, wasn't he?
Yeah, many seasons, and I remember commentating the race he won at St. Croix when you weren't there.
I wasn't there. Yeah, I was gonna be like James Allen when Jenson Button won his first Formula One race. I could have been like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember I need to check the results from the last race.
So it was Liam New that will start on pole. And then it was Sharp second, Willows third, Ethan fourth, Clements fifth, then Paris sixth, Robinson seventh, McIntosh eighth, and Edwards ninth.
So, New, Sharp, Willows.
Yeah, New, Sharp, Willows, Graham.
Yeah, he's not entered.
Oh, Edwards is not Edwards. On my screen, Ethan is in.
Oh, he will be now. So, no, starting grid. So, Ethan is 4th. Is that correct? Yeah. Ethan 4th, and then Edwards will be at the back. And Mr. Slowly last. Does that look right to you on the right-hand side?
Yep, that's right. Yep, that's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Right, and we'll just check as well, because there should be 3 more races that should be racing on the mediums. Ethan is one of them. Paris should be on the mediums. Yeah, Paris should be on mediums, as well as Lewis. So Ethan's changed to mediums, Paris hasn't yet, and Lewis also hasn't. So we're just waiting for them to change to mediums, unless if they want to do it, if they want to race on softs, that's fine. They'll get disqualification for doing it, because they didn't race on the medium tyres for an event.
Yeah, you will get excluded from the race. So I basically need to wait for them to swap.
Yeah, just waiting for them to swap, and then we can get race 3 underway. Only Liam's just having fun out on the track there. Liam New then. Obviously, yeah, there they go. Paris and Lewis has gone on to the medium. So, yeah, Liam didn't do anything exciting in race 2, but race 1 was quite good for him. It's going to be quite interesting to see what he can do now that he's starting in P2, isn't he? Yeah. And he has won a BTCC race before. I think it was Bathurst, when we were racing the 1999 cars, I think it was. So he knows how to win in a touring car race. I'd love to see if Sharp gets his 2nd ever career win. He's one of the he's just one of the old school racers there. He's been here in this championship since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Yeah. That was a very long time ago. That was at the start of COVID.
Yeah,
everyone
indeed.
was booming for this game.
Yep, indeed.
Previous game.
So they all looks like they're all having fun then at Paddock Hill, as we're going to get race 3 underway in just about 10 seconds time. And there is your top 2 starting on the front row then, Liam New and Ash Sharp. That'll be starting 1st and 2nd respectively. And again, 3 people on the mediums. That is Paris, Lewis and Ethan. So then here we go. Race 3 is about to get underway. And it is the Honda Team Halfords Honda Yuasa batteries of Liam New starting on the pole. Then it's the AMD Tuning MG of Ash Sharp in P2. And it's his teammate Joseph Willows in 3rd place. Lights out and away we go, and let's see if it's a good start. The great start then for Lewis Edwards as they go into Paddock Hill Bend. Not a good start though for Ash Sharp. Joseph Willows looks like he was trying to make a move on the inside of his teammate going into the first corner, but Sharp holds on to second place. A little bit of dust kicked up from the rear there. That might have been from Clements then. But as they go into Druids then for the first time, sharpening a little bit wide there. Liam New opening up a little bit more of an advantage now. As they go into Graham Hill Bend for the first time, as I put the display on, oh, it is still New. Top three then haven't really changed from their qualifying position, but it's anyone's guess from fourth on back. And Robinson, who was on the mediums in race 2, he's already up into fourth position from starting 7th on the grid.
Make that third as he goes through Willows. Could
Yeah,
it be
he
first,
does.
first for Robinson on debut?
Someone's off into the gravel. That might have been Edwards. Edwards then off into the gravel out of Clearways.
Willows.
Yeah, Willows has just gone off too. So 2 guys then having a moment then just on the start finish straight then. So then it is New leading the way from Sharp in second, Robinson in third, Ethan Graham on fourth on the mediums. He's made a good start then. Clements in fifth, followed by McIntosh in sixth. He's slowly going up then. And Paris down in 7th, Edwards in 8th, and Willows down there in 9th position as the battle yet again. Then Ethan Graham and Chris Clements. Ethan then, is he going to try and do what Clements did to him in race 2 and actually hold him up? Oh, maybe not. Here comes Clements to the inside. And that is 4th position gained then. So Ethan down to 5th, could be 6th if McIntosh is close enough there. As Paris has gone off into the gravel. That's the second driver that's gone off on there. And that's allowed Edwards and Willows to get by. And now Robinson all over the back of our Sharp then as we ride on board then with Robinson side by side into Druids. That's why, apologies there, that's the mobile phone going off then. But Robinson is now up into second position from 7th on the grid up to 2nd.
Yeah, great start from Robinson, 7th to...
Oh, and McIntosh has had a moment. Sorry, I caught you off there. McIntosh reverses back on track then, and Paris has gone off again. So it's all happening in the race 3 line then. Paris is really struggling to get the traction control back going again. McIntosh had a moment out of Graham Hill, and Paris had a moment going into Graham Hill.
Yeah, and Robinson is always
on the gravel.
Into Paddock Hill.
He's on the gravel. Sharp's gone through. Clements is going through. But we think Graham go through. Yes, indeed he does. So an uncharacteristic mistake from Robinson.
Yeah, I was about to say he's on Liam New, but then he was in the gravel. He could still win from this position though, but of course now he has Chris Clements a couple seconds ahead of him.
I mean, it's still very early on in the race. We're on lap 4 out of 25, so plenty of time then for Robinson to gain some of that momentum back. He's got Ethan Graham on the slower compound tyres and just ahead of them. And there's Lewis Edwardson, who made the mistake on lap 1. He's up into sixth position on the slower compound tyres. Joseph Willows in 7th, and Paris is in the pits. Looks like he is done for the day. So we've only got 8 races out on track now.
Yeah. Don't think Paris was agreeing with that car, so he might have just parked it for the day, especially on medium tyres. He might not have wanted to continue with it.
Sharp then getting hurried now. Looks like there's a bit of gravel there. Liam New looks like he's made a huge mistake out of Clearways. So that's going to come to the attention of our Sharp then. So you can see the top 5 then all in camera there. Top 5 separated by just less than 3.5 seconds now. Looking at the back then. Oh, and Ethan hits the gravel trap at Paddock Hill, and Robinson goes through. Up into 4th position he goes now.
Yeah, he'll take those. 3 overtakes, minor mistake from Ethan, but now his sights are set back on Chris Clements, who's probably his main rival to win this race if they can catch Liam New.
Sharp had a little moment out of Graham Hill then, but he's still holding on strongly to that 2nd place. But the problem is he's got Clements, as you said, and Robinson behind, and possibly Ethan too in the process. Lewis Edwards then still in 6th position, Willows in 7th, and McIntosh down there in 8th position. And he's got some engine damage. He must have had another moment.
For me, no one has engine damage.
No, it just stopped then when I was looking at McIntosh.
Ah.
You'll probably see on
the race McIntosh would want.
Yeah, you see, he's just coming across the line now, and it's going to be 58 seconds. That was. So Liam New has a 2-second advantage then over Sharp, Clements, and Robinson that are all in shot right now. Sharp getting a little weary now out of the penultimate corner, and then on to clear race yet again to start lap 8. A little bit of gravel just been kicked off from Clements, and that's allowed Robinson an opportunity to get second place on the inside up against the pit wall. P3 now for Robinson.
Yeah, I was on board with Robinson. That was a fantastic cutback, just absolute perfectly done, just right as close to Clements as they could be.
No, I thought they were going to be free abreast. Then into Druids there. Clements shoving his way past through Sharp. And now Robinson now into second position. And Sharp has been dumped to 4th.
That's probably the last thing Liam New would have wanted to see, that they both get through Sharp in one go. I'm sure he probably would have rathered Clements to be ahead of Robinson.
Just see that gap now disintegrating. 2.1 it is now, 2.2 slowly going up then. So and Ethan's had a moment again. That's the third person to go off at Creelways on the start finish straight.
Yeah, at least he's got enough of a gap to Edwards, so that is going to bring Edwards back towards Ethan Graham.
Slowly, just not within slipstream distance though. Maybe it is now, less than a second. So now we're going to see a battle then between the two former teammates then going at it, as Sharp gives Clements a little bit of a heave-ho out of Druids. Look at Sharp go. This is killed on. Oh my god, massive tank slap from Sharp. But he's going for it, isn't he? Fair play to Ash. He's giving it a real good go.
Yeah, Ash is a good driver. You know, he's had quite a few podiums in this league, obviously at Wetton, where he held on with a lot of pressure. So when Ash is at it, he's a good driver. I think he just beats himself up a bit too much when it doesn't quite go right.
Yeah, I know we've always said he's always been like the most unluckiest man in this series, because whenever there seems to be an accident, he's involved in it. But so far, it's looking good for him. He could potentially get a podium spot out of this. We hope so. We all want to see Ash do well in this.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't, if he holds on to 4th, that's also a fantastic result.
I mean, the next guy that's on the soft tyres is his teammate down in 7th place, Joseph Willows, and he is about 6 seconds down the road from him. So you know he did have a great battle with Liam New in race 2. But to be fair though, in fairness, honestly though, to Liam New, he's actually holding his own. The gap is still sort of stayed the same between himself and Robinson. Well,
Robinson just caught 6 tenths on the last lap, nearly 7 tenths. It went from 2.5 to 1.7, so it is coming down at a decent rate now. So I think maybe at this rate, maybe 2 laps and Robinson will be on Liam New. Robinson's going purple through the first sector.
I'm just looking again for the battle for 5th place then between the two former teammates. Ethan still leading ahead of Lewis Edwards. Joseph Willows still in the background in 7th. And then McIntosh has lost it out of Paddock Hill Bend. Xavier McIntosh loses it again out of Paddock Hill Bend. It's been a nightmare race 3 for Xavier. Not what he wanted to end anyways, and in fact he's going to be nearly lapped from Liam New. Of all people, you're going to be lapped by Liam here, Xavier. What's going on?
Well, it might be Dan first. Dan was nearly a second faster last lap.
Oh, look at that. He went purple there last time. Yeah, nearly a full, exactly a full second. So Liam feeling the pressure now from Dan, and you can tell he's getting absolutely on the ragged edge here. Let's ride on board then with you. Now current race leader, but it's going to be all in smoke. He's 7 tenths down on his best lap.
Yeah, whether that's pressure or getting flustered or he's just out of a rhythm, who knows? Maybe it's a bit of both.
Now we know what Liam is like when it comes to defending. He is very good at defending his position. Looks like he's not going to defend it too much longer. Was there a slight tap? There may have been a slight tap, and off goes Liam New.
To be fair, I was on with Robinson. It did look like New moved over a little bit onto Robinson, so I think he might have been the maker of his own undoing there.
Possibly. I was on board, but I was looking at the back of Liam. So, yeah. But anyways, Robinson then into the lead of the race. Clements is second, and Sharp back onto the podium, but don't be doing that too often there, Ash.
No, keep it all together, Ash. You're halfway through.
I don't know if you could say that Liam could be a little bit aggrieved though. Meanwhile, Edwards has found a way by on Ethan.
Yes, I can almost guarantee that Liam New is annoyed, whether he thinks Dan caused it, of course, as you say, with lag and whatnot, but on my screen, where I don't see any lag for some reason, it did look like he moved over right just a touch.
So he's only 5.7 seconds away. He's only just a second ahead of Ash, so yellow flag, who's that? Oh, is that McIntosh? Yeah, it's McIntosh has gone off again at Graham Hill. That's like the 4th time he's been off.
And he's now been lapped by the whole field. What is happening to Xavier?
Yeah, I think Xavier, I think your best bet is probably just parking it in for the pits, mate. I think that's probably your best bet. Oh, now look at this. Battle then now for 4th position. Edwards is trying to sneak into 4th position. Oh, and that's definite contact. That looked like that was definite contact. Smoke pouring from the back of Liam New, and Edwards is kind of, you could say, forced his way into 4th spot.
Yeah, I joined that one quite late. I don't know if it was the same as with Robinson. Maybe New moved over, maybe it was on Edwards this time, but I didn't quite get to see that one as well as the first one.
Well, it's enabled his Liam New's teammate, even Graham, to get through up into 5th position. But Sharp has got 10 more laps to go, but Edwards on the slower compound tyre, it's just about 1 second. It's sort of saying the same. Meanwhile, Robinson is going to be on course here for his 2nd win of the night, and Clements is going to be on for his second place of the night.
Yeah, Rob was speaking to Dan before this, and he said he'd be happy with a top 5. Here we are, and he's on the brink of a 1st, 3rd and a 1st.
Yeah, well, he's going to be definitely the championship leader as we go into round 2 of the championship. This is a 9-event series, 27 rounds in all, so it's still very, very early days. But as it stands right now, Robinson could be in for title contention the way he is going right now, and it's still opening up that gap. 2.3 seconds he has now over Clements, and Sharp still holding on to that bottom step of the podium, but Edwards is slowly, methodically catching up on Sharp.
Yeah, he is starting to edge it there. He's in the sort of 3 to 4 tenths every lap gained, and we are getting into the closing stages of this race. So there is still a chance that Ash holds on.
And give a shout as well to Joseph Willows. He's not too far back there. That was a quick, sharp turn. That was like Kimi Räikkönen style, the way he was stealing that car into Druids.
Yeah, he could demote our pole setter and sort of leader for half the race down into 7th place.
Yeah, that's quite fast turning there. That's not gonna. If tyre wear was on, them tyres would be killed by now.
I remember when tyre wear was on back in, I think, season 8 when we had to make pit stops.
When we had to make a pit stop, yeah, indeed, yeah, I remember that.
That was a weird time. I think that was a 9-round season, wasn't it?
No, that was an 8-round season. I don't know why you called it weird, because you won the championship.
Oh yeah, that bit I'll take, but having pit stops in a touring car race felt weird. Especially when it was with softs, super softs as it was in sport, which had like absolutely 0 pace difference between them.
It's now a 5-car scrap for 3rd position. Sharp leads the field, but then it is Edwards, Graham, New and Willows in the background of this. This is going to be a tremendous fight within the last 7-8 laps of this race. Sharp still holds it. Then it is Edwards, Graham, then New, and then Willows bringing up the rear in 7th. Hopefully this will be quite clean as we're on to lap 19 out of 25.
Yeah, and it couldn't be more different for the front two. They're just chilling, driving 1st and 2nd, completely blissfully unaware.
Oh, New's just passed on his teammate, but then Graham gets the spot back. That's not going to help, because that's going to lose them a little bit of ground on the 2 guys ahead.
Yeah, they'll have sights on Edwards and Sharp, and if they're doing some internal fighting, it's only going to harm their chances. Of course, New on the better tyres, so he probably thinks he can get by and challenge.
Just looking at the back then of Ash Sharp, look at the pressure that Edwards has given him there, and so too is the two Team Halford's cars and Joseph Willows in the background too. Lap 20 now out of 25. Sharp still holds on to that third spot. Edwards in fourth place, but gets a great run out of Paddock Hill Bend, and that is a position change by the looks of it then. Side by side into Druids. I think it was side by side between the two teammates as well. New's gone through on Graham, but more importantly though, Edwards has gone through on Sharp, and down into fourth place now goes Ash.
Yeah, similar move. Is New going to think about sticking a nose in? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of that, probably for the greater good.
Sharp leaving the inside a little bit open, but just about holding on then. So 5 laps to go then. So Edwards has freed himself from Sharp. Sharp down to 4th. New up into 5th. Graham in 6th. And Joseph Willows in 6th. And there is McIntosh. Although McIntosh has closed up into this battle, but he is a full lap behind.
Yeah, who would have thought we'd be saying McIntosh at the back, a lap down from everyone.
He's actually got into the range now. Look at the lap times there. 46.6, 46.2, 46.3. He's got that rhythm back again, but it's just too late now, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, the only other person who's done a 46.2 this race is Dan out front. So he has race leading pace.
Yeah,
he's
he
just
does
had
have
like
pace.
3 or 4 accidents.
But he's got the best seat in the house. Look at this battle there then between the two teammates of Graham and New. Sharp has slightly pulled away a little bit. Now if Joker, and I mean if McIntosh would be the wisest saying, don't interrupt this battle. Willow's having a look on the inside of New. Go on, Joseph, stick on the inside. He has. He's actually overtaken the defending champion.
Yeah, and it was a good move. They got it stopped. No contact from what I saw. It was a good move.
Yeah, Willow's then sticking his nose into this battle there. Maybe he can sniff a potential podium. I'm just hoping McIntosh. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Who's gone off? Is that?
It's Dan.
It's Dan. Dan's gone off. Huge mistake. Wow. Well, unbelievable. Chris Clements has now gone into the lead of this race. Robinson down to 2nd. He must have went off on the Brabham Straight. But look at this battle for 5th position. Oh my days, it's absolutely so happening in race 3. And Sharp has been pushed off into the kiddie litter. Now, I think New was legit beside Sharp. But Sharp will be absolutely gutted that late on in the race. A potential top finish then, and it's all gone horribly wrong. But meanwhile, his teammate Joseph Willows can sniff a top 4.
Yeah, Willows, he could have New still. Of course, 2 laps to go. He's been behind New well, he was behind New for a while before New got by Graham. So he'll have to do 2 good laps to get by.
And I don't know why McIntosh is battling for Ethan Graham for. He's just completely not in this battle. He shouldn't be really be anywhere near this battle, because it's a great battle between 4th, 5th and 6th, and I don't know why McIntosh has put himself into this battle. He's not making any favours whatsoever.
I mean, he is technically allowed to. If I was in that position, myself personally, I wouldn't have, but he's within his right to.
Yeah, I know he is, but it's not the right thing to do, isn't it?
It's more of a sportsmanship thing than a rule. It's like a gentleman's rule. Oh, he's let Ethan go. I'm sure Ethan won't have appreciated that.
Yeah, I know, because he's
behind.
Yeah, I know, and we're on to the last lap of the race now, so you know, that was kind of pointless what McIntosh was doing. But anyway, Chris Clements, he wouldn't expect it to get a race win out of that after the mistake what Robinson has made. And he'll be ruining that mistake then, because it could have been a potential 2 wins then out of 3. But anyways, Chris Clements, the season 16 champion, he's going to get his first win of the season. It's going to be 3 wins, 3 different drivers in the 3 races. But more importantly, it's going to be Norland's 2 drivers that's going to take checkered flags there as Liam's Mike's getting a little bit frisky. Clements wins the final race of the night. Dan Robinson flashes the lights, but he'll be fuming to get 2nd place. And Lewis Edwards will get 3rd place from starting last on the grid. Liam New gets 4th. Joseph Willows gets 5th. Graham gets 6th. And McIntosh gets 7th place, but Ash Sharp how it just went all completely wrong for him. And he gets 7th place. I think he's typing something in the chat because his indicators are flashing on as well. But I'm absolutely gutted for Sharp there. Yet again, it's like I says, he's the most unluckiest man in this series. He just seems to get involved in incidents, and that was the case there yet again. Could have been a potential podium, but he's going to end up finishing, though, in a 7th place, but deserved better in my eyes. He drove a great race there too. So there is your unofficial race 3 results. Then Chris Clements kind of didn't expect that he was going to have a race win in them. Dan Robinson gets 2nd, Edwards 3rd, 4th place then went to Liam New. I forgot who was in 5th place now. Joseph Willows was in 5th, Ethan Graham 6th, then Sharp 7th, and 8th place belonged to McIntosh. And Paris unfortunately retired from the race. In fact, he's actually left. I didn't notice that. So there you go then, the return, a 10-month wait of this championship, and what do you think of it?
Yeah, it certainly seemed pretty good. A lot of action, a lot of mistakes, some drama. It's what you need. Yeah,
that's just typical BTCC, isn't it? Absolutely. So there you are, and that has been the first round of the TML BTCC Season 19 with STDAsh84 Designs. Next week, as Liam says, we might be at Lago Maggiore. I never freaking remember how to say it, but never mind. But anyways, we were going to sign off this stream. So thank you. You've been watching the series. I've been Sean.
And I've been Liam.
And we'll see you again next week for round 2. Hopefully we'll get some more races in.